I already know it. I know we about to shine, cause we already glowing. To get all this
Welcome to the MC Classic Wrestling Podcast, the only podcast that is always an MC Classic.
and your
And we're going to punch Jim Cornette in the face repeatedly until he bleeds because he's stupid. We'll see you on the Dippity Dippity. Oh, yeah.
Alrighty, guys, we got some stuff to talk about. We got some things that you need to know about. Okay, we're talking TNA Impact Wrestling for 7/5/2016, and this main episode was about the final deletion, brother Nero. I don't know, like we'll get to it here in a little bit, but I don't know what's gonna happen to Jeff Hardy now. Is he dead? Is Matt gonna still be broken? Or is this, is this Matt like coming back to himself? I don't know what to think about what I just watched. I thought it was amazing though. I did. I thought it was the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life. I don't know. I just really liked it. I thought it was unique. It was something. I think it's funny. We always ask for something different in wrestling. We want to see something that's unique and different that changes things a little bit. And this is what that was. As much as you might not like it or maybe still confused about it, they just had a match. Okay, so TNA.
I thought that was at the at the end, wasn't it?
It is. I got ahead of myself. Let's jump into the show before I start talking about this freaking brother Nero and all. Anyway,
Brother Nero.
But let's jump into the show. We started off with the Maxwell birthday party type thing. Where this is kind of the start of the whole deletion type thing. And Maxwell was having he's having a little birthday party, having a little birthday, and Matt, he said, Rebby's like, where's Maxwell's gift? And Matt says he has a different, type of a gift, which would be later on in the show. Anything about that first little part? Rabbit?
No, I ain't got too much to say about that.
You muted yourself. You muted.
Casey,
What are you doing?
I hit the wrong button. I apologize. There's too much deletion. I'm trying to deletion myself. There's too much deletion going on. Casey, any thoughts on little Maxwell's birthday?
I was so confused with this whole thing because, I was like, am I watching Impact Wrestling or am I watching some weird Mexican soap opera with a gardener that's, I was so confused, and Donald Trump was like, we need to get that guy out of the country. I could hear it. He was having a heart attack. But it definitely, kind of this whole segment as it went on to the show, definitely made it unique. I don't know if it was unique in a good way or a bad way, but it was definitely unique. And what the hell?
All right, let's jump into the. I think this might have been. This actually might have been Rabbit's moment of the night. We got a Mike Bennett promo. We got Mike Bennett coming out. He wants to cash in option C right now. And then basically what happens is it's gonna be in effect tonight. I think Dixie comes out, and it's gonna be in effect tonight. But you got to defend the title first. You got to make sure you're worthy of being the X Division champion, Mike Bennett. You got to make sure. But we would have an Ultimate X match that would actually happen right then and there. With the entire roster, it would be Mike Bennett versus Andrew Everett versus Trevor Lee versus Braxton Sutter versus Eddie Edwards versus Manders versus Rockstar Spud versus DJZ Bird for the X Division Championship and an Ultimate X match. But first, any thoughts on the promo? Rabbit. Did you love it?
I can't stand Murphy at all. This whole show right here proves why I can't stand him. It was real upfront, the reasons why I don't like him. You know what I'm saying? He's terrible, terrible, terrible. That's all I got to say.
All right. Casey, is he terrible? Is he as bad as we think he is? Like most of those football teams.
Uh, I mean, I don't think he's terrible. I'm so confused with this option C thing because, he had the title for a couple weeks and then he decided he wanted to, cash it in. And then later on, Eddie Edwards wins it and then he has to decide. I'm so confused on, who has to decide immediately. I get that, Ultimate X is next week, so technically he has to decide now. But, it's just so confusing. And I still think it kind of there's a fine line where it's kind of degrading the title too. It's just kind of a gateway to the next title. It's not going to build up the X Division title like we want it to be built up like it used to be.
I disagree. I'll go ahead and talk about this point now. I disagree because actually, okay, I'm just gonna do it. Screw it. It's my show. I disagree because when Lashley destroys Eddie Edwards, when he absolutely kills him, and we have a dominant X Division champion for a little bit, whoever beats him for that title, that I think that brings that title to new heights, in my opinion, because Lashley is a dominating type of wrestler, a type of a fighter.
Which is when Eddie becomes the World Heavyweight X Division champion of the world and Florida. Then it's going. I get it.
No, I don't think so. But let's just, since we're already talking about it, let's go ahead and jump into that. We'll talk about the Ultimate X and the decision just in the same thing here. The Ultimate X was pretty good. I enjoyed it. I thought it was a good way to definitely start the show as far as the match is concerned. Man, just that stunner though. That mug was beautiful. We saw some really nice little, springboards and everything, man. I really enjoyed this match. I like how TNA, even in a match with like 18,000 people, they make sure they keep the storylines how they were before. Like they make sure to kind of build on that even throughout the match, which I like because Braxton Sutter and Spud ended up kind of going at it a little bit too, and I like that. I enjoyed this match though. Trevor Lee with that nice little grapevine with the legs to take DJZ off the cables. I thought that was pretty nice. Bennett, I don't know what he was doing. He was fearing heights or something. He got up there. He was like, this a little bit farther than the road's supposed to be, I think. He got up there. He was confused. And then the Hurricane Rana from the cables was amazing by Eddie Edwards. The back kick where Everett lands on the apron. Oh, my God, that was beautiful. And then the moonsault. That was nice. The moonsault destruction, Mandrew just doing everything, it felt like. But yeah, I enjoyed this match. Bennett tried to grab the ladder at the end, kind of pulling a little of the Dudley Boys, I guess, with that. Tries to grab the ladder at the end and go ahead and get the title that way, but Eddie Edwards pushes him off and then grabs the title himself. So Eddie Edwards is the new X Division champion. Real quick, any thoughts on the match? I don't want to get too much into one area and then we'd be all confused. So, Rabbit, any thoughts on the match?
I love this match right here. This match right here from top to bottom was nice. This is why you love the X Division right here. When all of a sudden they put the things down and they got an X Division match. And then what America don't understand is, I understand he new here. It's TNA. So if you got a belt on your waist, you got an issue. You can come over there and talk wine and Dixie all you want. You got a lot of people after you, especially the X Division one. So he think he grabbed the belt and where he could run around and start screaming, I want option C and all that. Nope. You're going to put this joint online. And when you get in here with these boys that fly around, you're going to understand what the X Division is. You had DJZ. Half the time I didn't know if they was dropping him from the ceiling or what was going on. He was flying around up the joint. I'm like, what is going on here? This is what I'm talking about. That flying around, it had stiff moves in the ring, too. When you had my man Trevor Lee. He my man with that German suplex in the middle of the joint. So they wasn't playing. Eddie Edwards was getting this man in the ring too. So they wasn't playing just flying around. They was doing some stiff stuff in that ring. I love this match, man. I love it. Top to bottom. This match was hitting. And then It was no botching. I'm looking for some botching. The new one of the guys in my man group, the new X Division group that my man got. One of them made little something. But other than that, it was no botching. It was just straight flow, straight X Division match. And that's why my man he don't fit in there. And he just found out why.
Alrighty, Casey, any thoughts on, I'm sure, what was one of your favorite matches of the night?
I mean, it was. I had a little bit of an issue with it, but I'll get to that in a second. Awesome match though. Mandrews and that moonsault off the structure was he became my hero. I was like, yeah, boy. And then we had that spot where everyone gets to do a dive, a suicide dive. I mean, I got one. I don't know if y'all saw it. I ran in there. I did one too. I think DJ did one too. Everybody did one. We all did it. I didn't see Aiden O'Shea in this match, which is kind of an issue. Come on now.
I
But
mean, it's like we had like a live interview with him or something.
yeah,
Check that, check the channel. That might be on there. I don't know.
it's like we just talked to him, and why ain't he? But my only issue is, as it always is, why is an Ultimate X match not on? It should be on the pay-per-view or whatever TNA is calling these special edition friggin'. I don't know. It was good. So next week, I guess we're gonna get a title versus title because TNA watches WWE and they're like, "That's a good idea."
Okay now, Casey. Okay. See, we've talked about this before, Casey. You and I, we have talked about this.
What?
So,
What?
So,
What are we talking about?
So wait, why Ring of Honor did it? Why is it an issue? Why is it an issue? Plus, they change up option C. They change up option C and make it a little bit different this year. Why is that an issue? I don't understand.
Wait.
Because Eddie's gonna get destroyed. That's what it is.
He ain't gonna be destroyed. He's gonna become the champion of champions.
This right here is why I was telling y'all in previous reviews. This is why I tell you option C is real important. It was smart whoever thought of that. Not only like Edwards told you, he woke up, he didn't even know he was gonna be X Division champion. Let alone be looking into the face of the destroyer. So he got two whammies in one night. After going to sleep last night, I didn't think he was gonna be X Division champion. So just like that, out the blue, he in a pay-per-view headlining with a heavyweight, and not know any old heavyweight, a heavyweight title shot. Where you gonna get that from if there's no such thing as option C? Out the blue. I love it. Then I love the fact that my man come down there and say, hey, look here, man, you in the wrong league when you start talking about this thing here. This heavyweight thing, you on something different. If you want to get into this, put that up. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna be wrestling you for nothing. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna whoop you up in this joint for nothing. I'm gonna take that off you. And then I'm gonna run through the X Division. You see what I'm saying? I'm gonna run through this whole company. This is what I'm talking about. Now put that up and tell me how bad you is. Other than that, walk down the aisle. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about.
See, I like that because Lashley said last week or a couple of weeks ago, he said he has the cards in his hands, and now it's coming to fruition. Now I thought it was a triple threat match, and it probably was, but I like that they kept that continuity there, where Lashley can still make some of the decisions with his title. You got something to say, Casey?
I think either way it's going to be a good match. Whoever comes out on top, Eddie Edwards.
Lashley is going to come.
But I still think, and this is just my opinion, they should have held the Ultimate X match till Destination X. You don't have to have it for the X Division title. Have it for the number one contender to decide the number one contender. Because whoever wins, you're still going to have set a number one contender. And they used to do matches like.
Do you feel like they were trying to protect Mike Bennett though? Because Mike Bennett had went on this nice little streak of winning, for a nice little bit. So I feel like this was a good way of
Just give
not
him
making
the
him look.
Roman Reigns vest. They sell it on WWEshop.com. He'll be protected.
But hey, I disagree when you say something should be on pay per view. When you watch when you watch wrestling, you want to be entertained, man. You don't want to wait till some special day. So like tonight, when you turn on TNA, you're not just getting an average show. You're getting a show you want you can enjoy, and you get a pay per view following that. You see what I'm saying?
But
So you can't just say, "All right, take that match out. That shouldn't even been there." When you want to be entertained tonight, you know what I'm saying? Tonight is the only thing that's important because there's no tomorrow. So you put that exhibition joint in, whoever else you want to put in there. The pay per view is another day, and you pay for cable, so you paying for it. You pay for it every time that cable bill come in. So you want some excitement whenever you pay for to see it, you want to see some excitement. And then that pay per view is another topic. You know what I'm saying? They can throw things in pay per views that you can't put on TV. You know what I'm saying? But when you pay cable and you want to watch wrestling, you want to see whatever they want to put on there, man. You don't want them holding back on nothing because you pay for it. It wouldn't be on if you ain't pay for it.
I mean, yeah, but you were entertained anyway with that Hardy deletion, whatever the fuck that was.
The final deletion, Casey. Sorry.
But I'm just saying, like, I get the big match is gonna be, Eddie Edwards and Lashley at Destination X, which is a TV pay-per-view now, whatever they're calling them anymore. But there's still the fans that want to see the X Division matches on those bigger shows, and now we're not going to see that. So it's kind of because I mean, yes, it's for the X Division title, but as you know, DJ and I have discussed, Lashley isn't an X Division wrestler. He's not, he doesn't do the high flying stuff. He doesn't do the, suicide dives. And, there's still a lot of fans that want to see that on the big shows. We're not going to see that now. I mean, Eddie probably going to still do some crazy stuff and, like, break his leg and stuff. But, he's still going to come out on top. It's whatever. I don't know. I would have booked it differently, but I don't book TNA shows.
But see, the X Division match you say could have been on pay per view, but at the same time, that last match could have been on pay per view.
I don't know about that. I don't know if that was a match or if that was.
I mean, it was technically a match. Technically.
What it was something you'd never seen in your whole life. That's what it was. And then
I've seen that on backyard wrestling shows. I've seen that with Brooks and
exactly. We're talking about two national companies like WWE and TNA never attempted nothing like this, or WCW. WCW came close. That right there, and I was a WCW lover. That was you couldn't tell me nothing else. WCW was my thing. And there's nothing I've seen on WCW close to, this is something you could sit down and watch when people don't know nothing about wrestling. And then they be like, hold on, did he just try to pin him? What is this? First they thought it was a drama, you know what I'm saying? Then all some old man try to pin him. It's like, oh, what are they doing? Just wrestling, you know what I'm saying? They didn't know it was wrestling. Watch the joint about 15 minutes. You didn't even know it was wrestling the whole time. But they're entertained. He got flares. He got stuff on fire. Then he pin him. It's like, oh, it's wrestling? You know what I'm saying? Then he airborne. Man, that's entertainment. You can love that. That's what you pay for right there. And yeah, I ain't never seen that before. That was crazy.
Oh yeah, it was. We'll get into it though, real quick. We were talking about the Lashley, Eddie Edwards option C thing. Basically, if you don't know what happened, Lashley came out. Eddie was like, I don't know if I'm gonna do it. And then Lashley music hits. He had to do that little. Let me wait a little bit so Lashley can come out. Lashley comes out and he's like, the best decision for you would be to just go ahead and keep the title. And I honestly thought it was going to be the one to actually keep it, but he ended up, saying, no, I think I do want to go ahead and defend it. And then Lashley basically says, why don't we do title for title? Now, I honestly feel like this title for title thing could actually end up in the long run helping the X division a little bit because let's just say I feel like Lashley's gonna win. And if Lashley wins, hypothetically speaking, now I don't know. If Lashley wins and he becomes the dominating X Division champion, when someone finally beats him, that's a big thing. That's a big, that's kind of the whole thing with the whole push thing. When he's pushed as this big dominant force, and he may not be a quote X Division wrestler, but now they're reintroducing the no limits thing. Because for the longest time we've been saying, oh, there's limitations. We see these smaller guys come at it. Now they
Exactly.
reintroduce the fact that it's no limits,
Exactly.
and we kind of forget about it. But
Exactly.
I don't think it's gonna be a bad thing. Because I feel like when someone holds two titles, it makes them even better too. Having that X Division title and having that world title, it's gonna make him even better. So then when someone beats him, it's a really big deal. Casey, you look like you got something to say.
I mean, I get that, but even when we had the when it was there wasn't weight limits, it was no limits. You still had big guys that could still fly around and do dives and stuff like Samoa Joe. We don't if let's say Lashley does win the X Division title, who like that is going to beat him? They don't have anybody like that that really is big and can do the X Division stuff. And then it's going to kind of turn more into a non-X Division title. I feel like it could backfire on them. I feel like if
And
But are we painting the X Division title as more of a cruiserweight title now?
it's always
that
been a little bit more of a cruiserweight title, but
no,
I,
no,
yeah,
no,
I,
no,
I,
no.
I agree, but I
Disagree.
still feel like it's been a little bit more of a variety with it, like it's a variety
yeah,
style division in my
yeah, but it
opinion.
was always guys like that could still do those exciting moves, like Samoa Joe. I mean, hell, I think even Abyss had the title at one point. We're not
Exactly.
But
talking
you,
about those dark days.
Now, now, I first started watching TNA when they was doing the pay per view, the $10 joint where we pay $10 a week, and it started off no limits. When you had people in there, it was really wasn't flying around till AJ started getting in there. It was more. It was no limits. It didn't matter how tall you were, how big you were. It wasn't concentrating on small wrestlers at the time. It was just whoever at the time could get in it. As the time went on with AJ and all the rest of they brought in with his generation, they was flying around more. They turned the X division into more of a flying situation going on, where it was no limits. Means anybody can get in it. You can be 500 pounds and get in the X division. So where you wrestle is not it. So a person flying around got to find a way to beat them. Like my man Mysterio, he finds a way to beat people even though he's smaller. You see what I'm saying? You just got to find a way in your skill set to win this match. That's it. That's what wrestling is. You can't go in a wrestling thing, everybody gonna be your size and be your height, be your weight. You gotta go in the wrestling ready to dominate whoever put in front of you. And if you're in the X division, that could be any weight at any time. And that's what no limits is. So when you get that belt, and he want to fight for the honor of the X division type. So as you put it head to head, you got the X division, the head of the X division, and then the head of the heavyweight title going head to head. That means something. That means something for everybody that in that division that's looking ahead, that want to have that match, that next match for the runner up, whoever lose, they want to be in the mix too. That's tight. I like this. I like this whole thing they got going on. I like this whole show for real.
I'll
Sometimes I be
be
like,
honest with you.
I like this whole show.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you too. I think a lot of people are gonna take the quote, "If I beat you, I rip the heart out of the X division," too literally. I mean, because what he is saying
Exactly.
basically is he is that dominating force. He
Exactly.
is gonna be the X division. He
Exactly.
is gonna be the world title picture. That's what Lashley's trying to do. I'm curious. I'm still so curious though. Is he close to the Bellator title? Because like because I just have I didn't see this coming, which actually makes me like it even more. I didn't see him, this whole champion versus champion thing coming um, at all. Like I didn't even think about it. It didn't even cross my mind, which I actually like a lot. It gave some unpredictability to it. Um, but I'm definitely excited about it. This segment ended with Lashley trying to go for the spear. Basically, threw that man. He threw that man like into the next like arena with that belly to belly, and then he was going for the spear. And Eddie Edwards hits him with the Boston Knee Party, and then holds up both of the titles. I like this though. I think it's gonna be really good. And Lashley brings that kind of clashing of styles too with Eddie Edwards, and this will kind of be a preview of what you can kind of expect for the X Division title matches if Lashley wins. So that's kind of cool. Like either way, it kind of it gives you a little bit of an expectation. Whether if Eddie Edwards wins, then it gives you an expectation of Eddie Edwards versus some of the bigger guys. Whereas if Lashley wins, yes, Casey,
Bro,
you have
we're supposed to be impartial here, and you're like, if Lashley wins,
I just went back on the other side and said if Eddie
Lashley.
Edwards wins. I said if Eddie Edwards
But I
wins,
mean,
we
with
get the
that
same
Boston Knee
thing.
Party, I think it shows that Eddie, he can do it.
Alrighty, let's jump back up here in the show. Where are we? We are at the.
You don't even know.
I don't see because we skipped around, so I had to go to the bottom of my notes, man. Um, we got the Easter Galloway kind of a fight thing that got them suspended. I like this because it allowed the feud to keep building without putting them in the ring and making them, do all the, I guess you could say, legwork. I like that a lot. I like when wrestling companies do that for, not necessarily every week, but every once in a while. And then they end up having an interview, basically. Just kind of going back and forth. I liked it though. I think it did a good job of building this feud. I think they're leaning more towards Galloway as the heel. It looks like, but you can't really tell, which I kind of like too, because it's kind of one of those things where it feels like a respect thing, but these guys don't respect each other. But anyway, Casey, any thoughts on EC3 and Galloway tonight?
I just want to know, what program was they using? They obviously weren't on Google Plus because it was all clear and everything was working. So I just need to know so we know what to use. But no thoughts on this.
All right, Rabbit.
I liked it for real. It's kind of throwback. This is how they used to do back in the day in the '80s. Where they had people arguing when they ain't even in the same space. You know what I'm saying? They be arguing on the cameras and stuff and back. This I like this. I like this right here. I like it. And I like EC3 promo in the joint too. And I like Drew promo too. He kept on saying you ain't nothing but a pretty body. But cute lines or something he said. With funny lines, that's all you hear. I like that. Yeah, I like that.
All right, let's jump into the King of Mountain Championship match. We got Eli Drake going up against James Storm. Eli Drake, man, this man just comes out and I'm in love. This man is so over, it's not even funny. He has the crowd going Eli Drake every single time he says it. He has them going dummy. Yeah, he has it all, man. I'm loving it, man. I'm loving watching Eli Drake. He even does it during the matches, and the crowd's like, they're like waiting, just waiting for him to do it. The last call super kick in this match, but Drake would fall to the outside. That's kind of getting to the end of this match. The kind of the end of the beginning. It was it was a good match. It was back and forth. I definitely enjoyed it. But Storm hits the last call super kick. Drake falls to the outside. And then Drake hits Storm with the title and gets disqualified to kind of keep his title, but they made it seem like, Storm's in control, Storm's in control, Storm's in control. He could beat Eli Drake, but Eli Drake is still your King of the Mountain champion. Rabbit, any thoughts on, Eli Drake and James Storm or what they're doing with Eli Drake right now?
I love the whole match. This whole match I love. And they pushing Eli Drake a whole lot. He got a little talk show. He got the belt. But this match right here, I think soon like my man Cowboy, he got to get that belt up off him some kind of way. The Cowboy has to have that belt. But I like Eli Drake. I like the way he coming into his character like the fact that the crowd is going along with him, even though he heelish. This is where EC3 was at, where he was in the middle where he heelish, but people still like him because he's funny. You know what I'm saying? So you're going along with him even though he the heel. Same way with EC3 was, but EC3 kind of mishing his thing up a little bit, where getting a little, it's changing. But my man right there, he got it. Eli Drake.
Alrighty, Casey.
I definitely like the match. The feud it's got me torn. I gotta be honest, got me torn. For one, I don't want to see Eli Drake, lose the title just because he's awesome with that title. He's on fire right now. But at the same time, this is the only title that, technically the only title that James Storm hasn't had in TNA. So I kind of want him to, he doesn't need it, obviously. He doesn't need any other titles in TNA, period. But, as a fan, I kind of, want to see him win the title at least once. But, again, I don't want Eli. Oh, why you do this to me, TNA? Why? But, yeah, definitely a good match. Yeah.
Alrighty. Let's jump into the street fight between Marty Bell and Jade. Oh, we had double dosing of pants tonight. Anyway, I'm just gonna stop right there because if I only say that, people are gonna be like, wait, hold up. So, but I feel like Casey was enjoying this match. I do. Casey, I'm gonna give you this match first because it was a good match. I enjoyed it.
Whew. Yeah, this was definitely a good match. I know we always, have talked about how, we want to see athletic, women in wrestling and not all focused on the, sexy side of it. But let's be honest. The sexy was on overload tonight. Oh my God.
I want Marty Bell on this show.
I want both of them. But definitely a really good match. I love any kind of match where you have women in a hardcore match or a street fight or whatever, because it shows again that the women can do anything that the men can do, and it's not like they're going easy on each other and going. I mean, there were some hits that I would not want to take in this match. But definitely, they're still building up this storyline. You still, believe that there's that tension between the two. It's going to build up. Hopefully, they keep this going because it's working. I just really liked it. Is that it?
You know I love this. Don't even ask me. The fact that we watching wrestling, and the only thing I think of is sex. Watching wrestling, it's crazy. I ain't never even thought that before in my life. I'm looking at this joint. All you can think is they is sex. Period. Nothing else left. I don't know what wrestling moves they doing. I don't know what's going on here, but they are sexy. And then they look like they'd be walking down the street though. They'd be in a club or in a Safeway or something. They ain't looking like, you know what I'm saying? Oh my goodness. But the match, yeah, it was stiff. It was a stiff match, and they had some nice joints in the middle of the ring when they was doing with the chair shots too. It was a good match. Huh? Overall though, it was a good hardcore match. But it was sexy. Jeez.
Oh yeah, I enjoyed this match. Jade with those freaking forearms, man. She got to calm down. But then Marty, she came right back with that cookie sheet. She was like, "Nah, bro, this ain't how that works." She came back with the cookie sheet. And she went to grab the baton, and then Jade counters with the nunchucks. I was like, "Oh, okay." I like that too. Being a formal martial artist, I didn't get that far, but being a formal martial artist, I like that. The package pile driver on the chair. No, she dead. She's dead. Like,
those black jeans with the holes in it.
That package pile driver though, I was like, nah,
yeah.
they're not gonna do it. Oh God.
Yeah, I felt I felt the same way. We
I ain't like the
gotta.
part when Shorty was taking shots to the back with the cane and was doing the hawk up. Don't do hawk.
Oh.
Don't do that. You don't do that. Don't nobody ever do that. Don't hawk up. Act like nothing hurt you. Don't do that. She tried a little hint of hawk. Don't do it.
All right, next we go back to the Hardy. We're in Jeff Hardy's estate this time. I don't know how these people got these nice houses, man. I might have to give me one. But we go to Jeff Hardy's estate, and Matt sends some drones to send his invitation to Brother Nero. And then we get to the end, and Matt Hardy, he like this. Mowing the grass. I'm like, this man was mowing the grass the whole time? I was so confused. I was so shocked. I didn't know why. I was like, why is this man mowing the grass? Hold up. but I enjoyed this. I like the drone little segment, him kind of using his little futuristic abilities, I guess. Sending him a message in a unique way, I guess. He could have sent it through carrier pigeon. That's would have been my thought. But any thoughts on that, Rabbit?
I loved it. Did I mention I love this show? I don't know if I mentioned that or not.
I think once, maybe one time, maybe.
Oh, okay. All right. Good. But whoever writing this stuff, God, I love this stuff. He got a drone flying around. Then my man go chase the joint on a motorcycle. I love this stuff right here, man. You can't even make this stuff up. God, I loved it.
I think Billy Corgan had a hand in this because I don't think Dixie Carter would take the chance.
Hey, that's another thing I want to point out here. He is no good on the mic at all. But man, since he took over, I gotta give him credit. Now, first of all, since they was on Spike, I think every show was a 7 and above. That last year on Spike was like that. I don't know if anybody remember that, but that whole last year before they was leaving, that thing was like that.
Was that with the BDC?
Yeah,
right?
Everything was hardcore most of that whole year. It was like that. I think everything was 7 and above. Then they went on Destination America and kept rolling. But remember when they started this on Pop, what we say? What I say? How far they let them go. That's the only thing will matter. Because Spike would let them do nothing. Destination America would let them do nothing. They wouldn't even give them no rerun. But see how Pop let them go. Man, if this is any indication on how they gonna let them do what they want to do, this is what I'm talking about. Then you got Billy Corgan, his mind flowing all over the place. He can't get on that mic, but behind the scenes, I like it. I love it. Keep it coming.
All right, Casey. Any thoughts on Matt Hardy and Jeff doing the drones and whatnot? And if I'm not back, because I got to use the bathroom real quick. If I'm not back, talk about the Maria segment. Maria and Dixie and her wanting to be the president and whatnot. So I'll be right back.
Wait, you're always leaving. Always leaving every time.
I gotta use the bathroom, man. You don't want me to anyway.
We let you use the bathroom earlier before we did. Bruh. Anyway, yeah. First of all, with Billy Corgan, yeah, he's not good on the mic. Although tonight he had that shut up, and I was like, bro, you need to take it down a notch. I don't know if
you not.
I like that. I did. I thought it was gonna do something there, and then it kind of went back to his normal mic skills, and I was like, man.
Exactly. Yeah.
But I like this segment with the Hardys. First of all, it starts off with Jeff just like finishing mowing his lawn with that weird Jeff Hardy like design. I'm convinced he does that with his lawn all the time. I'm just convinced of it.
Yes.
And then we get the drone. I kind of liked it. It seemed a little bit cheesy when he had the Matt was kind of like projected on it. I thought that was kind of a little bit cheesy, but it was cool. It got you interested. It definitely. I feel like if nothing else, this show is definitely gonna kind of attract those casual fans that TNA is trying to get back, those kind of channel flippers. Somebody's gonna go through and be like, "What is this?"
Exactly. Yeah.
So that's gonna be good. But yeah, I just it was a good segment. It was just kind of like, whoa, this is a little bit too new for me. All of a sudden, slow it down a little bit. But it was definitely cool. And then Matt, completely ruins, Jeff's beautiful artwork on his lawn. That probably took him like a whole day to do all that design, that intricate.
Real quick, we got a comment on the main event. He just said he liked it. Well, he said he liked the show for the most part, but this is low key, an avid viewer. Liked the show for the most part, but he don't know about the main event either. He like, I don't know. I don't know what I watched, but he did like the show. He said he felt like it was too heavily edited, which there was a lot of cuts in it. And he wished they would have done the match live, but keep it up, guys. TNA, TNA, TNA. Woo! All right, cool. We going to, I don't know why I did that. We're going to Mike Bennett, and he is not happy. He is not happy. He feels like we don't deserve it. He says we don't deserve this man. We don't deserve the miracle. But I mean, I'd be fine with seeing Maria every week, Anyway, we don't deserve the miracle. But Dixie comes out. Maria's like, I want to be the president of TNA Wrestling, but Billy Corgan comes out, and then Dixie would end up coming out too. She says, "You or me," like 3 million times. It's still in my head, like it's still stuck in my head. I don't know why she said it so much. I really don't. Like I get it if she was like a crazy character, but she's not. Like she's very much the same character. Like if she was like crazy and out of her mind a little bit, like then I would get it. But like I just didn't understand it, and then she just wouldn't stop. I don't know if she like got into it too much, but I was confused on that. And then she started saying it again, like later on. And I was like, anyway, I think she get it. But Bennett said he wants to be in the main event, or he is leaving. He is going out the door, and freaking Bennett, freaking Corgan. I was like, bruh. I was like, really? You are William? William, come back. I was like, what's going on with this man? And basically, he says, Bennett, you lost, and if you want to quit, there's the door. I'll hold it for you. I like that Corgan has those little jabs. He might not be the greatest on the mic, but I like that he does. He will hit you with a jab here and there, which if you're not the greatest, at least when you got some jokes, you can keep people interested. And I definitely like that. Mike Bennett says, "You two just made your bed. Now you'll have to lie in it." And he's gonna ruin Destination X. Now that I like that because it kind of gets you thinking a little bit. Like, what is he gonna do to ruin Destination X? What's the like is he gonna interrupt the matches, or is he gonna like try to interrupt the matches and then get thrown out? It kind of gives you an open mind for next week. Like, what is his plan? But Rabbit looks very upset that I'm even talking about the miracle right now. So I'm gonna give it to him.
This whole segment, man, it was terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible. Then the fact that she kept saying that thing over and over and over and over and over and over again was worse. No. What the point? First of all, she's going to say she want to be president. See, it started to sound like she's smoking something. First of all, whatever she's smoking, she need to cut that out. She want to be president? It just sounds dumb.
I get that though. I do. I get that though, because she's always been saying she wants to be the leader, at least of the Knockouts division. But hers trying to put herself in that leadership role, I do get that.
President? Then he gonna try to threaten them by saying I will leave. Like, you not Lashley. You not. Who are you? You just got here. It's like, what? Fact, if you want to leave, go ahead, man. What are you rapping about? You know what I'm saying? What? That whole thing was just dumb. Both of them is delusional, Slim. Both of them really think I don't know what they think they are, but they not. Either one of them. Now she hot now. She can come on the screen much as she wants. But what is going on? They keep putting these people on here. I hope they gone. And then he can't scare anybody because he can't interrupt anything. He can't beat anybody. What, are you going to interrupt Lashley match and get killed? He can't do anything. He's nobody. So he don't scare anybody. He ain't Angle saying, oh, I'm about to tear this whole, shut this thing down. Like Kurt Angle or somebody, and you think, oh, shit, something about to happen. Him, nothing happening. He can't do anything. In fact, they should just lock him out and tear his contract up and try to keep his wife on as a valet for somebody. Because this is nonsense, man. They need to cut this right here, man. They need to get rid of this, man. This is a waste of time. I don't know what they was doing. I don't know why they did it.
All right, Casey. Any thoughts? Or did he just take the words right out your mouth?
I mean, I think that me and DJ got a little bit of a different opinion because I thought it was good. I don't know. I thought it was good,
You like Miracle though, so that's Styles right there.
I mean, he just believes in miracles. That's how it works.
Believes in miracles.
I'll admit, it would have been better if it was Adam Cole, baby. But it's not Adam Cole, so I like it. I like where they're going. I think he should have quit and walked out and came back and kind of like bought a ticket or something and then ruined the match. I feel like that would have been more interesting. But I mean, at least it kind of looks it gets you kind of curious about what's going to happen. So you're going to tune in and see how is he going to let's be honest, he's going to get a chair and sit in the middle of the ring until security escorts him out.
You might be right. You might be right.
Alrighty. Next, we are preparing the battlefield for massacre. Basically fixing up the ring. Hardy brings out the gasoline. It was funny. Rary Sky comes out there. She's like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "Where did she learn Spanish?" She's like, "What are you doing?" And basically he's like, "I'm preparing the battlefield for massacre." It's normal stuff, guys. Come on. And then Hardy brings out the gasoline and he says, something, and it was just funny because he was like, "Come on, Rebecca." I was like, this dude, the truth, man. This is the greatest Matt Hardy thing I've ever seen in my life, man. He is so into it, man. That's what I love about it. Like, he's so into it. Like, and that's all we really want is like passion. And Matt Hardy has taken this broken Brother Nero. He's taken all this and just done so much with it, and I love it. Any thoughts on preparing the battlefield for massacre, Casey?
I like it. I definitely agree. I love Matt Hardy. I don't know if you saw the video. I think it was on Facebook that Matt posted on the fans not really sure what's with this Matt Hardy, but he said keep with it. It's gonna in the long run it's gonna make sense. So that makes me feel like this isn't gonna be the end. They're gonna go more into this till it makes more sense because it's still at that point where it's like, okay, what's going on with this? But I love it. I really hope that they continue with it. This whole show was a little bit confusing because it was like, what are we watching? But that's just because it was something so new. And I feel like TNA is getting back into that, trying new things. For a while there, they were kind of playing it safe, like we were saying, on the different networks that they were on. But I feel like Pop was kind of, letting them do more, just because Pop is a smaller network, so obviously they want to get people watching. So, hey, let them light each other on fire. Let them do fireworks at each other. What could possibly go wrong?
Rabbit thoughts?
That's what I was telling y'all in previous reviews, that this Matt Hardy is perfect for him right now because, like I was saying, he don't have that much mobility in the ring. We got that little stiff thing going on, right? So You mix his character where he don't have to do all that. You know, his character dominate him now. You know, and the little stuff he do in the ring, he barely jumping, he barely doing anything. You know, so this is perfect. This is perfect for him. I love this character, man. I love this whole thing, but I just wish he wasn't in a feud with his brother. That's the only thing. Like I said before, if he was somebody else, he'd be setting stuff on fire. But he'd have done it with his brother. I ain't think he's gonna do that. So got it. So I don't know. That's why I really want him to be feuding with somebody different, because he's gonna be really over the top. He don't try to set his brother on fire. So I knew he's gonna start setting people on fire. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. And they gonna do all the wild stuff on this channel through him. Through him and through the DK. Those are two joints where they could do all the wild stuff on this channel. I'm gonna love this, right? I love this character, man. I love it. I don't even know what else to say about it. I love Matt and this character.
Oh yeah, and Matt's one of those guys. I never liked Matt. Like I really didn't. I really hated Matt for a while, and Matt, like, he still puts on good matches. Like, even with the lack of mobility and everything, like, he still puts on good matches, which I love about him.
It's weird for me because, like, I grew up as a Jeff fan. Like, I loved Jeff when I was younger. He was my hero. But now it's almost changing to where I like Matt more than I like Jeff. Just because I think, you know, we expect all the crazy stuff from Jeff, so it's kind of like, you know, it's cool, but okay, he's going to do a swanton off something crazy high, blah, blah, blah. But Matt's getting into this character, which I kind of, that's why I kind of wanted to see a broken Jeff. Not Willow, but a broken Jeff. Give him more of a character. Because, I mean, Willow, it is a character, but we've already seen it, and it kind of, I feel like it got boring too quickly, but I want to see more of a broken Jeff.
I disagree, Casey. I love Willow.
Willow.
I love it. Ryan and I really connected on Willow. You have your issues, Samoa Joe. Oh man. Oh, don't even bring me back. Don't even take me back to that.
Like, I love Willow. I love Willow.
They even like slightly changed his moveset a little bit to fit Willow. Not a lot, not a ton. Not necessarily his finishers or whatever, but like he did some different like you know, high flying type stuff with Willow. I liked it. But speaking of Decay, Casey, we're gonna hit a soft spot here. Speaking of Decay, as we know from, you know, LB One of a Kind, he let us know that Casey's married to Rosemary. But tonight we saw Rosemary slapping it on Bram in the back. Slapping it on. She was getting it. She was getting it. I just want to make sure y'all know this just in. Abyss is still beautiful. I just need y'all to know. Like, I mean, just in case y'all forgot. 'Cause
beautiful.
The man is beautiful. He is beautiful. But real quick, Casey, what's your wife doing, man? She putting it on the men.
I mean, we ain't talked about it yet. You know, I saw that when y'all saw that, so I didn't know about this. We gonna have a talk. Let's move on. I don't want to talk about it right now.
Like I said in a previous review, I knew that he was going to join them. I knew it, but I didn't know they would go through the stint that this far, this fast. When he hinted that she kind of sexy in her makeup the last time they was out there, that gave a hint right there that he was going to join the group off of her luring him in. But I never thought that they was going to go in like that. I mean, he almost licked all her makeup off her face. I was like, what is going on? We almost saw how she looked. He almost showed us how she looked. I was like, God, they going at it back there, Slim. Whoa. Man.
All right, let's jump into the six-man tag team match, or the six-person tag team.
Hey, I wasn't done.
Oh, my fault.
I had a point, and then he was talking about getting all in the face, and it got me all. But no, I can kind of see them adding him to the decay if they do it right. I if you go back and you watch old uh, Ascension promos when he was originally in the Ascension back when he was in FCW. If they do something like that where he's kind of the leader, sort of, or takes over as the leader, and they do it right, I definitely think they could do something with this. At first, I was kind of like, why Bram? But more than I thought about it, and the more that I've watched those old promos and stuff, I think if they do it right, they can definitely do it. But it's one of those things where they're gonna have to do it right, or it's just gonna not feel like he belongs in the decay.
But the way they got it, where he back there kissing her like that, he don't have to belong. The hookup is her. That's the hookup right there. Now he don't really have to put the makeup on for real, because they already got it where them two are the hookup. So he in the group basically now, really. So he really don't have to go the makeup route. But I think he should, the way Bishop did. But you gotta realize those two are just tag teams, and she the manager.
See, that's what it was. That's what it was. She was spitting in his mouth. That's you remember she spit in the mouth? Yeah, that's what it was. She was.
Let's move on to the next thing with when we not talking about my wife getting in underneath mouths.
Can we say that's a slobber knocker? Was that a slobber knocker?
Bruh. Let's move on.
All right. We got the bromance with Raquel versus the K with Rosemary. I enjoyed this match. I thought it was good. I thought it was really good. I thought, considering we had never seen Raquel in the ring before, I thought she looked pretty good. Now, we don't know what her wrestling background is. Is the thing. Like, she did come from Tough Enough, but we don't know if they actually taught them anything. And we watched the show and still. But, you know what I'm saying? I felt like she did really good for, what she's learned, I guess. I enjoyed this match. I thought it was good. You had a little bit of the distraction. You had the whole kind of mind games with the whole the stuff that Casey don't want to talk about. Rosemary with them bows at Jesse though, she was throwing them things good. Anyway, the Adonis Tribe, the Crazy Steve, and Rosemary comes in and breaks it up. Then Raquel takes her out. I thought that was cool. And then they end up winning with the bro down, which I was surprised because I was expecting bro down, Adonis Crab. I was expecting all that, but it didn't happen. But I enjoyed this match, though. I thought it was good. I thought it was really good. I thought Rosemary looked good, obviously. But Raquel looked good, and because we just haven't really, in a couple of ways. But we haven't really seen her, in wrestling yet. We haven't seen her wrestle yet. So I think for kind of a debut type match, I thought it was actually pretty good. Maybe they did teach her something tough enough. Rabid, I'm gonna let Casey still kind of soak his wounds a little bit.
Yeah. Oh my God. I thought I was gonna miss turn Terrell. Gee. Woo. Romance got them a winner there. And check my Twitter feed too. I got a whole rack of pictures of her on there. She's nasty. That's a bad jugger right there. She really is kind of green, but she good enough to get past. She got a good angle going on where she can come in and out the ring where the focus not on her wrestling,
Yeah, I be looking at her from all types of.
She good enough to pass. Yeah, man. But I like the match. I like this whole match, man, because I like the bro man. I don't know why. They grew on me over the years. I'm glad they back together, man. And then they stick in for a minute. I want to tell Dixie, man. Dixie, if you watching this, I appreciate you sending me that tweet too. When I told you that I've been watching this since the $10 one. I appreciate that. But this is why I support you. There's stuff like this show tonight is why I've been supporting you the whole time. And then when you give me the females that you give me, with the wrestling now, don't forget that. Oh my goodness, man. I mean, if you go through this whole night, sex was on top of the joint, even though it was wrestling show, Man, so I love you, Dixie. Keep it up. Corgan and whatever y'all doing, keep bringing these females in. I love them. Keep it up. Keep them on the screen. I love this stuff. But that was a nice match. I love Abyss. Beautiful. He beautiful. I love the match right there. Them
Yes.
two together, him and my man Crazy Steve. That's perfect. That's a tag team for the ages right there. They stay together forever. That is perfect. That thing. I love this whole match, man. But I love my bromance. They back. Both of them together. They back. And I love it. And then they got a perfect arm piece to go with it. I love it.
Um. All right. So Casey, now I know you're still hurting, but just remember that Abyss is beautiful. Just remember that while you give your points.
I
Hey,
tried.
hey. Is Crazy Steve beautiful?
See, I think he's beautiful, but I don't know if he's as beautiful as Abyss. I think Abyss, he like model type. He got that like model type
He's
of beautiful on
extremely beautiful.
it.
I tried. I tried to enjoy this match. I did. I really tried. I tried hard. But my hate for Raquel is just too strong. Can't do it. I
Your
can't
hate for
do it.
who?
I can't. Hate her. Oh, and I'm still waiting for this dark romance. I mean, we're getting the same heel bromance that we've always got. There's nothing. They teased us with that darker bromance, and we're not getting it. That's the only
It's
thing.
a different shade of purple though. I saw it tonight. The purple was a little. Oh, that one what you talking about?
No, no, like heel darker.
But then like Jesse, his hair was a little bit.
No, like 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 heel darker, not like.
Oh, so I mean I did. I looked at his heel though. I did. I saw it. It was like slightly darker, but I couldn't tell because it had a shoe on it.
And they hit him with that bromance. I love that finisher too.
I don't know. I don't know. The Decay has the best finisher. I mean, he freaking choke slams Crazy Steve onto their opponent. Come on.
Yeah, like,
All right. I mean, are we ready for this? All right. I don't know if I don't even know if we're ready yet.
We're not.
Um,
We're
are
not.
we ready for this? All right. So the moment we've all been waiting for. We are here at the final deletion of Brother Nero. We had Matt Hardy versus Jeff Hardy in their old stomping grounds. Man, man. I really enjoyed this. I did. Um, to me, there was a little bit too much cutting in it, but to a certain degree, it is supposed to be a very outlandish type thing. Um, I think that this continued to tell the story, and that's as much as people hate to admit it and try to act like wrestling is all about suicide dives today. Let's be honest. Wrestling is about telling a story. That's the main goal of any single match, or any single segment, or any single deletion. I guess I could say. Um, but man, I feel like this told the story perfectly because first off, it started off as a match, which I liked. I liked that it started off as a match. Also, he summoned. He says, "I must summon Brother Nero with the playing of my violin that was given by somebody." He summoned Brother Nero, and I thought it was interesting because it was like history repeating itself. When you go back to the contract signing, he was playing the piano. Jeff Hardy just kind of appears behind him. He knows he's behind him. He can feel he's behind him. Same thing that happened here. You know what I mean? He stops and he's like, "Brother Nero, you have a right." You know what I mean? I like that history kind of repeated himself like that. Um, I like that it started off with a normal match with clotheslines and Irish whips and twist of fates and everything, and then Jeff Hardy brings out that fence thing with leaves on it, and throws Matt through it. Matt Hardy starts biting him, normal Matt Hardy stuff. Jeff Hardy hits a twist of fate, and then a swanton for two. We get near falls in this as well. Um, then Jeff Hardy there's a tree up there. I see it. There's a tree. It's right there. I can reach it, and you know what? I can get to the top. So Jeff Hardy goes up to the top of the tree. He goes to the top of the tree and hits a swanton bomb on this man. But Matt Hardy, he wants Jeff Hardy to be deleted so much that it's not even over. It's not even over. He kicks out at 2, which was crazy. And then Matt Hardy's like, I gotta go somewhere else. I gotta do something. That, you know what I mean? Like Matt Hardy's like, something has to happen. I gotta do something different. I can't just keep trying to do this. Matt Hardy started shooting fireworks at the man. This man started shooting fireworks at the man, and he thought he had killed Brother Nero. He says, Brother Nero is over. So I have to do every impression I can. He basically says he's over, but Jeff comes back at him with the fireworks. So they both, Jeff is in a point of self-defense at this point. Jeff's not trying to kill his brother, but he's trying to defend himself. So he's throwing back with every shot Matt takes. Jeff Hardy takes a similar shot or the same shot, and I like that. The fight continues, and very, The Rock and Stone Cold-esque, they throw each other into a river. Jeff gets thrown into a river, and we see Willow come out of the river, or whatever this body of water was. I don't know if it was a river or not. But
it was a pond.
Might have been a creek.
It was a pond.
A pond? Okay. Pond, whatever. He comes out of the pond, right? He comes out of the pond. Willow comes out of the pond. Matt Hardy defeats Willow. But what's interesting here is Matt Hardy's goal isn't to defeat Willow. So now thinking about it, that's storytelling within itself, because Matt Hardy wants to defeat Brother Nero, not Willow. Right, so Willow comes out. Matt Hardy, gets the advantage. He pins him, takes the mask off him, thinking he's beaten Brother Nero, and it's Senior, whatever his name is, Senior. I sound like a country guy trying to speak Spanish. Senior, what's his name? Where's he at? Senior Rodriguez. It's not Rodriguez. Benjamin. I apologize. Senior Benjamin. And then Jeff comes back and attacks him from behind. Jeff basically chokes out Matt Hardy, and there's this Hardy symbol, because they're freaking everywhere, I guess. I'm going to have to get one. There's a Hardy symbol. Jeff Hardy's like, I got to do this thing. So he goes up, hit the Swanton bomb on him. He looks to, get the Swanton bomb. We see these images of, the birthday party and the candle. And I know we talk about continuity, but this is continuity. Rebby, I think it was, brings the candle to him, and he lights the symbol on fire, and Jeff Hardy just is like, oh my god, fire! And I guess he just falls off. And then Matt ends up getting the win. I don't know if he hit anything else on him. I couldn't remember. But Jeff falls from that high distance, so that is enough to do it. And then Matt ends up pinning him and getting the win. But man, I love it. I mean, I'm watching it. As I'm watching it, I'm like, this is ridiculous. But now, in hindsight, I'm like, this is the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life. I just like that I like that TNA isn't afraid to take chances. Because even Vince Russo said it. What do they have to lose? Even Vince Russo was like, was advocating for this, for this tonight. Like, he was like, this is gonna be good. So if Vince Russo can swallow his bitter pill and, promote this, everyone was promoting this, it felt like. I feel like it's at least worth watching. I enjoyed it though. Rabbit, any thoughts on, the final deletion?
Man, and first of all, Vince Russo don't have no say on anything, man. He old news, he past tense, he an old bitter man stuck in time. So his opinion is useless and is meaningless, man, for anything. Period. He's been wrong for 10 years now straight. So I don't need to even listen to him. He's useless. Now, this match right here, he could have never thought of this. He would have never done this right here. This is stuff where he would never thought of. Period. This is some real, right here is what I'm talking about when you're sitting down with people that do not watch wrestling. You know what I'm saying? And you sitting here watching wrestling as you do normally, and people coming through you, sitting down like, oh, what you watch? And they walking through and they see stuff lit on fire. Main man hitting them with fireworks, boats. He blocking fireworks with boats. They out somewhere. You got people saying, where they at? What is this? Where they going? Where is this at? You know, what is this? You know what I'm saying? Then all of a sudden you see somebody pinfall. It's like, oh, this wrestling? Out the blue. So you don't watch the joint for about 10 minutes. Now you realize this wrestling, you stuck on it, and you just watching it. Like, what the hell's going on? You know what I'm saying? Man, dog, whoever thought of this needs their raise too. They need their raise this week. They don't even have to wait till next week. They need to get it this week. Oh, whoever thought of this and went along with it. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I wanted to see when we came into this new year. This is what I wanted to see. If this don't ratings pop right here, you're going to have ratings pops because this is casual fans sitting past the TV or walking past the TV like, oh, what the hell? What is this? You know what I'm saying? Then the people sitting there watching this normally like this wrestling. I be telling y'all about this all the time. You know what I'm saying? They got something now where people like, oh yeah, this would be going on. You know what I'm saying? I start watching wrestling years ago. I might start watching it now because you watching stuff that's not stuck in time. You know what I'm saying? They outside somewhere, you don't even know where they at. You setting people on fire that joint. This is brother. Imagine what he do when he get in there with somebody that he don't know. So this right here, whoever wrote this right here and booked this was on the money. On the money. And then the build up to this match was perfect. So and the little vignettes they had with one-on-one led up to this match. Though I've been watching wrestling now since it was the 70s in it. You know what I'm saying? I might not look it. I was watching wrestling in the 80s. You know what I'm saying? And back in the day, I was on WWF hard. And I never seen nothing like this before in my life. And then I switched to WCW and watched that for about 10, 15 years straight. But I'd never seen anything like that. Period. Ever. No, not even close to it. I've been trying to think. But no. And I want them to go even further. You know what I'm saying? So I want Willow to come out. So it'd be a better one-on-one if it's just Willow. And we're not looking at Matt and Hardy. Matt and Jeff. So if it's Willow, that's what I'm talking about. It's on the money. They go to the extreme. We already know Willow gonna do whatever. He had people back in the sheds last year. We don't even know where they at now. You got people missing. You know what I'm saying? So you got Willow, and then my man Matt Hardy. This is what I'm talking about. Go through the extreme. So when I turn on TNA, it's real live entertainment going on, Slim, with wrestling. I love it. I love it. And Vince Russo don't have no opinion on no wrestling nowhere. He can't have no opinion. He's a spectator like me and you. That's all he is, man. He's nothing. His opinion is no better than yours or mine. He ain't nobody. That's why he can't get hired. That's why Dixie won't hire him, and Vince, no matter how old he get, won't hire him back. So there's a reason for that, man. So, and I hate when people try to praise people and keep them on top of a pedestal when over the years they've been chopping their pedestal down. Because everybody know in the 90s he was the man. You know? He wrote the NWO. He had that thing popping. That was my thing. I had NWO t-shirt. He was my man back then. But that was then. Times change, man. And when you get stuck in time, like when Hogan came in, he was stuck in times when he had good ideas, but he was stuck in time. You got to move on, man. And that's why I like Dixie, man, because she moves on to. She jumped out there and got Billy Corgan. That's not even. This is out the box pick wild card. It's gonna do benefits for her because she think outside the box. That's why I support her a whole lot. That's why this match right here is perfect example of the future and what I want to see. I just need more hours. They can't put a dent in nothing with just 2 hours. People got to catch 2 hours in a whole week. A lot of hours go past in a week. It's hard for people to just catch 2 hours. You know what I'm saying? Stop and catch that. They need more time on air. Other than that, this is what you need to put on the air. Hurry! I guarantee WWE be doing something like this in the next 2 weeks. I guarantee. They ain't be able to stop not to do it. They gonna have to. This is what I'm talking about. I loved it. Keep it up. I loved it.
All right. Casey, any thoughts on the final deletion?
It was crazy. It was definitely kind of like we were saying when you left and went to the bathroom because you couldn't hold it. Uh, this is kind of the perfect thing to get those casual fans, the fans that maybe flipping through the channels, on a Tuesday night, they see this and they stop and kind of start watching it. This is kind of what TNA needs because they've been trying to get those casual fans back to kind of get their ratings up. This is definitely helping them. Although TNA horrible timing, I gotta admit it, horrible timing. It's the fifth. All these kids, they're gonna go out tomorrow to all the fireworks stands. They all like 50% off now, probably like 75% off now. They're gonna buy these fireworks. They're gonna shoot it off at their friends.
At each other.
The problem is, they had the guy saying the warning in Spanish, and people don't read subtitles, so we don't know what he was saying. We don't know that he was saying don't try this at home. We don't know that. So all these kids are gonna, burn their faces off. Horrible timing. Should have done this like next week. Yeah.
Hey, I love when he picked the boat up and was blocking the joint, and then he jumped over top of it. I love that stuff, man. He's blocking the joint with the boat. He hid under the boat. Hey, man. Hey, and then my man, the little Spanish dude, come in and stunned him.
Oh yeah, I forgot
He
about
stunned
that.
my man, though, man.
Laughing too.
He came in and stunned him. Man, stop playing. Then my man pinned him. He took the mask off. It was the Spanish dude in the mask. That's what I'm talking about. That's writing at its best as far as wrestling is concerned. There's not no sitcom or no drama series, you know what I'm saying? So it can't go, you know what I'm saying? But as far as wrestling, this is writing at its best.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I really, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was amazing. There's a lot of, hard work put into stuff like that. So I, I enjoyed it. I want to see what they're gonna do next week. I think that's kind of the interesting thing to kind of see what's gonna happen next week. But that was your TNA Impact Wrestling review for 7/5/2016. Definitely enjoyed the show. Was definitely a good show. Excited on kind of what's going to happen here in the future with TNA. What's going to happen next week at Destination X? It's already seems like it's going to be a really good show with Eddie Edwards and not Eddie Edwards, David Davey Richards and Lashley. Kind of wondering what they're going to do with that.
Predictions. Who gonna win that match right there?
Predictions. Okay.
Title. Jump out there.
I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna start it out, and I'm going with Lashley. I got the shirt on. You can't see it anymore, but I got the shirt on. Every TNA Tuesday I wear a shirt. Not necessarily, but most of them, because I only got like 4 TNA shirts. But I think it's Lashley. I think Lashley's gonna come in and he's gonna do something that's different with the X Division Championship. I hope they give him enough defenses though to kind of make it, make him being X Division Champion necessarily like a relevant thing in the ring. But I think it's going to be cool having either one of those guys hold both of those titles and kind of do, kind of do something that we haven't seen in a while in TNA. Now I know we've seen it before with freaking Kurt Angle and Samoa Joe when they held every title ever, but I would like to see, what's going to happen with this. But I'm going with the Destroyer, Lashley. Since I think Casey's gonna play devil's advocate, I'm gonna give him the second prediction.
I'm gonna go with my boy Edward Edwards. I think he's gonna win both the titles. We're gonna have to call him Edward Edwards because it seems more official. Edward Edwards, Sir Edward Edwards, if you'd like, because he will be basically royalty. Holding both titles, and then he might just go for the King of the Mountain title, and you just take them all. Just take them all.
You mean the Destroyer gonna do that?
No, I mean Edward Edwards.
Oh,
Yeah, my boy Edward Edwards, and then we gonna be tag team champions too.
oh,
That's my
okay.
prediction.
Alrighty,
The
Rabbit.
Destroyer. He took the words out of my mouth. He gonna clean the house up. The King of the Mountain joint next. And that's how he gonna clean the whole house up. That's what he gonna do. I already see it now. Champion.
He about to wreck this league, I'm telling you. But
He
I hope
already
he don't
said
do
it.
it like Johnny Manziel. I hope he don't do it like that, because that ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work. But anyway, this is the TNA Impact Wrestling review. If you haven't already, you see it in front of your face. I hope you might not. You might see something like random, but I hope you see in front of your face that the Twitters and whatnot. Twitter, my Twitter, Casey's Twitter, podcast Twitter. Rabbit, what's your Twitter?
Rabbit Jones.
Is that it? Man, I thought it was all complicated. But cool. Rabbit Jones on Twitter. And that's about it. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Interview is up with Aiden O'Shea if you haven't checked it out yet. Nice little interview with him. That's up too. That's about it. He's gonna answer some questions about where he's been because we've been wondering. But we'll see you guys later. Peace.
Shouts out